Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited to show you these lovely bead caps that I got from Beebeecraft. So this is a Beebeecraft collaboration and I'm going to show you how to make this bracelet. So if you're looking for these, the links will be in the description. You can also use the coupon code EMMA10 to get 10% off your entire order, and $25 or more gets you free shipping. So I'm going to show you how to make this. Let's just talk about these bead caps to start with. So they have a hole in the top here, so you can do some lovely stringing through that. You can make earrings with these, make a bracelet like this. So I went and found all my chunky, lovely beads that I cherish and hoard and put them on a strand, and we're going to string them, and added some seed beads with it for accent. So we're going to need a few things. Again, let me just say these come 30 in a package. They're quite large. You can see how big they are. Yeah, they are 21.5 millimeters by 16.5 millimeters, and the hole is large too. It's 2.5 millimeters, so that's so lovely. So 30 in a package. They are describing them as raw and unplated, so you can smell the metal smell to it, but they look very finished. They're very shiny. Just see if we can, there we go. But they are absolutely stunning. So they're about $14. It varies in price by your level of, like, they have different levels in Beebeecraft of how many purchases you've made. So the level goes up each time, so you get a higher discount. So yeah, there's that. And they have sales all the time. Now, right now, they're sold out. But just to let you know, whenever you come across an item that's sold out, click on the button in the description that says unavailable at this time, and they will send you an email when it's in stock. And I tell you, I do that all the time, and it's very fast. I think part of it is they order them when you press that button so that they know people want them. It helps them keep their aware of their stock as well. So let's put these aside. So you're going to need your fancy beads. You can also use seed beads strands, and let me just show you an example. This is an unfinished example, but an example as much. So this would look lovely in a bracelet. That. You're going to need, of course, your two caps. You're going to need some seed beads, and this is a 8/0 bead. It's just a finishing one. Let me show you one here. So I did a bunch like this. So I did some extra strands as well. You can put as many strands as you want. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do. We're just basically putting a wire guardian on there and a crimp cover, and doing some seed beads. The idea of the smaller bead is so that a bunch of these will fit inside. If you put all of these, you would only, like, you wouldn't be able to get more than one in there. What else? So with doing it this way, you could put as many strands as you like. You're going to need some head pins, some jump rings, some embellishment. I have a leaf, and we're going to embellish these two beads to put as dangles, like I've done here. And you're going to need a clasp. So I'm using one of these fold over clasps. You can use whatever clasp you like to use. Toggle clasp would look great with these. And what else? Crimp beads, wire guardians, tools. You're going to need a cutter for your jewelry wire. You're going to need your stringing wire as well, and any wire will work. Make sure it's strong enough to hold these heavy beads. You're going to need your round nose pliers for the finishing little loops and a set of pliers to open your jump rings. So let's get started. I am going to put a bead stopper on here. Jumping like that. Just move that there. So, and just, how did I do? Yeah, let's do the 10 beads, seed beads. These are just 11/0 seed beads. And I tried to stick with the gold color to bring out the gold color in these beautiful. So I just put 2 of the larger beads and string your fancy beads on. Like that. And I'm going to keep them going in the same direction. These are antique drops. I had to think about that. These are so lovely. And they're turquoise with gold splash. They are so beautiful. Okay, so then put your next 2 large beads on there, gold beads, and then these 11/0s. That. Now the other strands, I have crimp covers on them, and that was because I used a dark color crimp bead. So if you're using gold, this one will just use gold. So put your crimp bead on, get your wire guard, and put your thread through, bring it around to the other side, and put it through the other channel, the little tube, like that, and get your thread through the crimp bead. And I'm just going to pull this up. Make sure this doesn't happen. The idea is that the wire guard is going to protect your strand. So if you can get it up there, it helps. It's easier said than done. Okay, just squeeze that crimp bead and I double check everything's in there, it's not moving. So then I clip this tail. So that's your first side. You can see how let's just double check this. This is not making me happy here. But it is just because we're a bit finicky, kind of moving things around. Okay, so move everything to the other side. Take your stopper off. Get your crimp bead on. And your wire guardian. If you're using a stronger wire, you don't have to put a wire guardian. I just wanted to make sure that everything was, if it's moving around, it's not going to rub and break. So now remember to put your beads in a bit of a circle. This design you really need, because we're putting a lot of strands, you really need to make this very loose. So even if you see something like that, it's not a big deal. They're all going to fall together anyway, but you want some movement in your wire. So let's just hang on to the wire guardian, and I'm just going to pull the thread down. to about there, and let's move that crimp bead up there and squish it down. Double check that everything is where it should be, and clip that off there. So now that's your final strand. So let's take all of these and we are going to string them on each side on a jump ring. So take your pliers and open up. Oops, where'd it go? Pliers. Open that up. And just start. You can put these on in an order. I try to put a big bead strand next to a seed bead strand. Let's put the gold here. So let's get these guys. So you can see it's a lot. If you feel like it's getting a little too snug, you can go ahead and get a bigger jump ring. I didn't want to put too big a jump ring because I didn't want it to sit lower in the bead cap. So now we're going to close this carefully. And just like that. Let's do the other side. So at this point, let's grab this here. You can decide if you want to weave these as well. So this is how we have them strung. So you can leave it like that, or you can like turn them like a twist. And then I think we might do that. Now just remember, if you do a twist, your strands will get shorter. So, you know, you might not want to do that for the large ones. So grab your next jump ring. And start putting each one on. Those came off. No big. Let me grab this here. I think we're missing one. I thought so. Ah, here it is. It's the one I was looking for. And that one. Okay. Now close your jump ring. Make sure it's nice and snug. That. So now you have your. This one I put a lot more than the original one I showed you. So now take your head pin. You're going to clip that top off. I'm using, you can, if you have like craft wire, you can use that too. I'm using these head pins because they're nice and strong. I feel like this design, you want to make sure everything stays put. So make a loop. Like that. And then straighten that out. We're going to open this up and loop it onto the jump ring. To find a spot on your jump ring, like that. And then close it. Make sure it's closed well. Take your bead cap and get that in there in the hole. Takes a little bit of maneuvering like that. So you see how it's Lovely. So now we're going to clip a bit off. We don't need all of this. Make sure you hang on to those pieces that are coming off. They will hit you in the eye every time. At least they do for me. So now we're going to make a loop with this. That. And take a bit. And that's what you have. There is a bit of looseness in this. If you want it really snug, make it snug. But for me right now, and I am going to just make sure that's nice right there. Okay, so let's do the other side. Clip this. Make a round loop. And turn it and open it. Get your jump ring in there like that. And let's close that now. There. Grab your next bead cap. Get it in there. Bring that in. Just like that. Cut a piece off here. And make your final loop. We've got a little too much, so I'm going to clip that off and turn it a bit more. So probably about there. Yeah. Super simple. There. And I'm just going to make this so that that loop sits at the middle of the head pin like that. And straighten that out. Make sure it's closed properly. Okay, so now we're ready to add our clasp. So take your two fancy jump rings and open that up. Put that on. Like that. Oops. So there's a front and a back to this. That's why I'm doing it this way, like that. Which is not a big deal. If you leave them attached, when you go to put the second one on, it will be in the right position. Like that. And we'll add our other jump ring. Super simple. And close it. Make sure it's nice and flush. So there. Not amazing. So we have two head pins left. We're gonna fancy these up. There is, yeah, a daisy spacer, fancy daisy spacer. So we're gonna take this one here, add our daisy spacer to our head pin. Oh, this is, how did that work with the other one? This must be a different daisy spacer. The hole's too big for the head pin. And maybe it's the head pin I have different. No. Let me get my daisy spacers. I may have two different sizes and didn't realize. That is actually what I have, and they're mixed. Let me see if that's the right one. Yeah, that's smaller. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah. There we go. Like that. get your leaf on. I'm going to put my leaf coming down. That. So it looks like a little gold pear. So we need to cut some of this. We don't need all of this head pin. Like that. And get your round nose pliers. I'm going to make a big loop on this so it'll fit on the... Oh, that daisy spacer is not staying on. This is fine like this too. And tilt it so let's get that on. I'm going to attach that to there. Just like that. Just straighten this out a bit. There. That's lovely. Oh, I'll save those for another time. I have to sort through them. It's clear that I put them in there and didn't realize they were different sizes. So this one we're just going to put straight on like that. Cut that and make a loop. And open it up. And close it. And look at what we have. These lovely bracelets. What? So let me see. This one I think I made bigger so that it would fit somebody with a larger wrist. Let's put this on. This clasp is easier to put on than most, but you can see it's still, there we go. Yeah, this is for a larger wrist, you can see. But if you like to have your bracelets a little more, let me open this up a bit, dangly. Let's try the other one. So this is nice too. I didn't realize this when I was making it. Doing it this way with this loop here is it's making it so that this will turn, so you can always get the front facing fancy part. So let's put that there. That. This one is my size. There. It's, oh, this is a struggle. My wife puts them on for me. Let me see if I can. I'm losing my finger dexterity as I get older. It's not nice. Let's move those guys over. And flip it. So there you can see how lovely that is. That. Ta-da! So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you to Beebeecraft for this wonderful collaboration. And stay tuned. We might be doing earrings with these. There we go. Take care. Don't forget, the links are in the description. Emma10, 10% off your entire order and free shipping after $25 or more. Take care. Bye.